Yo, what is going on YouTube? How is everybody doing today? I am doing quite well, actually. And I got some big news. I have a couple tidbits of big news here for you guys that I wanted to share. And first, before I go any further, I know that some of you guys will replay this, and I want to announce kind of the biggest thing, not necessarily the biggest thing, but something that many of you may appreciate, may find useful for you. That's that I will be doing more live streaming every single day. However, I won't be doing those live streams from this YouTube channel every single day. I will put out events letting you guys know when I will be live streaming, but it will all be done from Twitch. So if you guys are interested in joining these live streams every day, I will probably be doing some gaming or something like that. But the whole point of it is, while I am doing the gaming, while I'm being a nerd and just kind of zoning out essentially, it gives you guys an opportunity to ask me anything. And I know a big portion of you guys out there love joining these live streams and participating, asking questions. And sometimes I can't do it, right? I don't find a need to do it from the IT Career Questions YouTube channel. So I want to give you guys that opportunity. I want to give you guys a platform where you can utilize that a little bit more. Obviously, I want to help you guys answer your questions, so that's what we'll be doing from Twitch. I'll make announcements out on social media. You guys will find, like I said, a live event with a date, time, and things like that on YouTube, but you guys will be able to find me almost every single day, sometimes multiple times per day, live streaming from Twitch, where you guys can just join in, have some fun with me, and just ask questions. Ask all of your IT career questions, just IT questions in general, whatever you guys want to talk about. That's what it's going to be all about. So, twitch.tv/IT career questions is where you can find me. Going to be almost daily. Like I said, you'll find a lot more links and things associated with that as we move forward here. What I want to talk about next is something that is huge news. Now, this is just mind-blowing, first of all, in many ways. Not surprised, but a little bit surprised, maybe, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't say not surprised. I'm a little surprised. I'm also not surprised at the same time, if that makes sense. And that is that YouTube has been hacked. YouTubers have been hacked. And I want to use the term hacked very lightly in this situation, because it's not that YouTube was hacked, because YouTube wasn't really hacked and YouTubers weren't really hacked as much as they were social engineered. And that's something that I'm deeply passionate about. But if you go through this article here on ZDNet, you can get some of the information. But what is important here is this right here. This is kind of what happened. Coordinated campaign bypassed 2FA, two-factor authentication. Hackers used phishing emails to lure victims on fake Google login pages where they collect users' account credentials. Hackers break into Google accounts. Hackers reassign popular channels to new owners. Hackers change the channel's vanity URL, giving the original content owner and his followers the impression that their account has been deleted. Wow, right? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy. But this is one now very large instance of social engineering, and how important it is to pay attention to emails, to pay attention to where your emails are coming from. And this leads me to the next thing that I wanted to talk about, which is Security Awareness Month, which is October. So that's coming up in 2 weeks time. That's less than 2 weeks time. About 2 weeks time or so, less than that. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a huge drive next month, a huge focus, a huge push on social engineering, security awareness, things to look out for. I'm basically going to cover as much of the security awareness area within the cybersecurity realm as I can. And it's something I'm very passionate about. As you guys know, maybe, or you don't know, in November, I'm going to be taking the CSAP certification, which is the Certified Security Awareness Practitioner certification from InfoSec Institute. I'm really stoked about that, because security awareness is, again, something I am very passionate about when it comes to the world of IT. So next month, that's probably like all you guys are going to see is something related to security awareness, social engineering, phishing, everything, right? As much as I can possibly go over, that's what we're going to talk about on the IT Career Questions YouTube channel. And it just makes sense going following up with this article right here, right? Hackers use phishing emails to lure victims on fake Google login pages. Another article I read was, it was a targeted phishing campaign, which would mean that it was a spear phishing campaign. Those are some terminology that you guys definitely want to be familiar with. Spear phishing, which was more so in the act of what happened here, when you target somebody specifically, meaning you are going after one person, you're going to gather as much intel on that person as you possibly can, and then you are going to attempt to phish them in many means, and you're going to utilize much of the information that you had gathered. So I could imagine that, maybe one way that these hackers, these social engineers, obtained credentials for Google accounts was they could have posed as maybe somebody who was looking to sponsor some of these YouTubers. Now, this is something that like almost daily I get emails from potential sponsors who are looking to pay me to talk about their work, right? And I am very, very cautious when it comes to many of these. Many of them kind of look like a scam, but for some YouTubers out there, this is how they make money, right? This is their means to survive. That's their survival is getting sponsors to pay them to talk about their stuff. And I'm just like kind of spitballing here. Now that could have been something completely different, but I could totally see how social engineers could utilize that method into helping obtain the information that they're looking for. Say you go through this dialogue with a YouTuber that you want to sponsor their work, sponsor a video of theirs. You go through this back and forth talk. This happens all the time. You guys are constantly communicating on what you guys will agree upon, like what type of video it's going to be, how long it's going to be, how much you're going to get paid, et cetera, et cetera. Now the fun part happens where you could potentially link to a Google page, right? You're saying, hey, go fill out this Google Doc so that we can process your invoice, so we can get this moving forward. Now that could be an amazing way to lure some YouTubers into nonchalantly and not knowingly passing along their credentialed information. So that again is something that just spitballing here, right? And that may not have happened. It may have been completely different means, but I could totally see something like that happening. So one of the things that we're definitely going to talk about is spear phishing and phishing in general. Just sharing as much knowledge as we can about that area so that you guys are aware and that you can use the information that I give you to help you out in your career or help you move forward in your career. Some of the stuff you guys may already know if you've taken like Security Plus or any other kind of security related certifications. Much of the stuff will have been covered in some aspect, but we're just going to kind of dive into it, talk more in depth, and just kind of give a background on some of the stuff. Why people do it, how it works, different methods as we just talked about, and I think it'll be fun. I will definitely enjoy it. Hopefully some of you out there will enjoy that as well. But that's kind of what we're going to be doing next month, and I'm excited about that. So we talked about the live streaming every day, sometimes multiple times a day. Follow me on Twitch because that's where all these live streams will be happening. I will occasionally do them from the IT Career Questions YouTube channel, but don't hold your breath because I want to make sure that the focus for IT Career Questions is a little bit more precise. So if you guys are interested in catching me on live streams every single day and just asking any question that you possibly could have or just talking about whatever game I'm playing, definitely join me there. By no means am I trying to become a gamer in any way. That's not at all what this is about, not even in the slightest. I don't really necessarily have an interest in that. My interest is here helping you guys, and that's it. That's what's up. Thank you, IT Career Skills, for the super chat. I appreciate that very much, sir. Thank you for looking out. Now I have maybe a couple minutes. I think one of the babies, I got to go grab one of the babies. My babysitter is homesick today, so I got all of the babies home with me today, just 2 of them. But anyway, hope everyone, IT game skills, IT no skills. Anyway, what's up with the chat? I hope everyone is doing well today on this fabulous Monday, right? Monday, the dreaded Mondays. Now everybody is counting down till Friday. That's pretty much how Mondays work, is you're like, all right, it's Monday, hate Monday, can't wait for Friday, right? And it's always how it works. What would I recommend before getting the CEH, the Security Plus? I think that would be a great step forward. If you don't have any other certifications, even the A+, because honestly, a lot of what is covered on the CEH is there's skills that you could really stand to learn from the A+, because when it's certified ethical hacker, you can't understand what it is you're hacking if you don't understand the fundamentals behind other technologies that get you to the CEH. That's why I say that. So there's that. Now, you want to work in research and development for cybersecurity? Go for it, bro. Do it up. Do I know the Linux system? I mean, I know Linux distributions. I'm familiar with the terminal. I would not say I'm an expert by any means, but I think I have the basics down pretty well. Agi888, you have your level 2 diploma in installation and maintenance, and you want your level 3. Further, your local college doesn't do level 3. What's the best advice you can give me? I'm not sure about this level 2, level 3 stuff. Are you from a different country? Because I'm not at all familiar with that. Hit Stoner, you don't know how to code, nor do you intend to code. Please help you out. Okay, don't code, bro. That's fine. Don't code. There's nothing saying that you need to learn to code and to be in IT, unless you want to be a programmer, developer. Only time you need to learn to code. Now, I would tell you that unfortunately you're going to have to learn a scripting language, at least one scripting language, PowerShell, Bash, Python. Those are definitely things that will help you out in your career. By no means would I say that's necessarily coding. Now, you are kind of coding, but we like to say that it's scripting, right? But it's still a language that you have to learn, because these are things that will greatly help you in your career. Now, starting off with Python is something that could be very beneficial to you, because Python goes cross-platforms, meaning you can utilize Python on Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and just having the fundamental knowledge of Python will greatly help. I promise you. Yeah, England. I'm not sure about that, man, to be honest with you. Hit Stoner, you don't know anything about coding, programming, and software engineering. Can you make a career in cyberspace security and IT? You don't understand programming, nor do you. Yeah. So, I mean, you can work in cybersecurity and IT or IT without knowing programming. That's fine. DM Shots, you just passed your Security Plus, was going to get a Linux cert before CEH. That's awesome. That's perfectly acceptable. Elijah Wright, you're a bit late to the party, but hey, what's up, bro? You tried for 10 years, failed miserably, couldn't understand one bit, took too many Red Hat courses. Yeah, programming is not easy. Scripting language is required as everything moves towards automation. That is so very true. So very true. What is going on, Allie? What's going on, Megalodon? Mafia Boy. No, you're not Mafia Boy. You are Elijah Wright. Nothing about that says Mafia Boy. It says Elijah Wright. Get it straight, bro. Agi888, you want to go down the networking security route. What and how do you get the certificate? Well, you start studying for the different certifications that relate to networking and or security. So Security Plus, CEH, Pentest Plus, CASP, now networking, CCENT, which is going to be going away here in February, then CCNA, CCNP. Yeah. Oh, Network Plus. I think we got them. Should you live stream from Cisco Meraki headquarters this week? Yes, you should. You changed your name. You're no longer Mafia Boy. I will never remember that Elijah Wright is Mafia Boy unless you tell me specifically in every single live stream, until I see that name come up and I'm like, oh, hey, it's Mafia Boy. You are from India and you want a degree in only Python. What should you do? There's no degrees in only Python. I think there is a certification now in Python, but Yeah, no degrees that specifically relate to Python. And quite honestly, I don't know how many colleges are focusing on Python as part of their curriculum. I'd be really interested to see that specifically. It seems as though many of those things aren't necessarily covered in college curriculums, but they should be, right? If not, you should be learning it on your own regardless. DM Shots, thank you for the super chat, bro. Thank you for all the support. Rock on. Thank you for all the support, and you rock on, bro. Seriously, thank you though. I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. And I'm just here to help you guys. That's it. That's the whole point of this channel, is to help you guys, motivate you guys, inspire, and move forward. Follow your dreams. Like that. I probably sounds pretty cheesy, right? But I'm being 100% serious. Like, I just want you guys to like crush your goals and just follow whatever dream that you could possibly have. That's it. I promise. Let's go back to this one. Maybe we got a live chat. We got a live chat here. Chat is ready to display messages. Maybe it'll display messages now. How can you find a third shift entry-level IT job? Well, Google it, bro. Indeed.com, K12jobspot.com probably won't have any, but Indeed.com, Dice.com, Monster.com. Utilize everything to your disposal. I mean, seriously, there's definitely third shift jobs in IT. You should be able to find entry-level jobs even in third shift. So do it up. See what you can find. Is Elixir good language? You trying to learn Elixir code from last 2 years? You couldn't. I'm hopeless after 10 long years. I've never heard of that, to be quite honest with you. So that just could be me not being, completely engulfed into the programming world, because I don't like programming. That's not my forte. Never heard of Elixir. Donald Harmon, Python is how they are teaching basic coding now, as far as you've seen. Well, that's good to know. That's definitely good to know. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I should have mute my mic when I'm going to cough. My bad. John, man, you had Python in your first year in college. You're from Chile. That's awesome. That's good to know. Like, I'm not completely in touch with college curriculum, but it's really good to see that Python is being taught, or it's being added to their curriculum. Kevin, Kylie, Keely, whatever, you are welcome, bro. I'm glad I could help. Entertainment, Allie, Nick, YouTube hacked. Really not surprised. Data can be intercepted, and even with insanely secure password 2FA, it's only a matter of time before hackers figure a way through. Also, hello, Entertainment, Allie, Nick. It's not surprising. It's a little bit surprising, but it's not surprising at the same time. It's a little bit scary, to be completely honest with you, but this is just another social engineering, man. It's social engineering this is like partly why I'm so interested in social engineering, because it's so effed up, right? It's like so crazy, the lengths that people go to social engineer somebody, the methods that are being used are fascinating to me, right? Because, I mean, it's terrible, right? It's absolutely 100% terrible. I don't agree with it at all, but it fascinates the hell out of me because I want to learn more about it. I want to dig deeper into that and understand the methods that are being used, the different tactics that people come up with to accomplish a successful social engineer attack. And I want to educate people on these things. Like, I want people to be aware of how this stuff is happening, why it's happening, and here are the things that you could do to help protect yourself, right? Because we all know, like, we should all know and understand that, and I've said this, excuse me, so many times before, we can spend millions of dollars on equipment, on hardware, applications, to try and help protect our environment, right? And that equipment, that hardware, applications, they do a pretty phenomenal job of keeping our environment secure. But at the end of the day, the biggest threat is you. You, as the person, as the end user, as a IT professional, you guys, we're always the number one threat to every single organization that we step into, because it is so easy to social engineer somebody. It's so easy to bypass security, bypass these applications and hardware by social engineering. Biggest threat you, the person. And we're going to talk a lot about that next month for Security Awareness Month in October, because we are the weakest link for sure. I got a couple minutes before I got to go get these babies. Entertainment Alley Nick, you're not saying 2FA shouldn't be used if it's available, but yeah, social engineering is so a thing. It's really scary, interesting at the same time. For sure, bro. For sure. Or woman. I don't know if you're, I don't know how you identify yourself, so I apologize. Thanks for asking me one more question. If I want to go to California for your bachelor degree, what a process is for that? Right now you're studying information technology engineering in India. I don't know the process of obtaining any type of sponsorship to enter the country. That's not something that I can specifically tell you about. I know that once you get into this country, you have so many opportunities available to you, and college is definitely one of them. So there's that. Elijah Wright, Mafia Boy, you move from internal IT position to a MSP position next month. If you've only ever worked in any internal IT, got any tips, Zach? Write everything. Write everything down. Take as many notes as you possibly can. Try to shadow as many people as you can as well. Don't get too overwhelmed with the phones, because it's going to happen. But yeah, there's that. Somebody just asked, what mic am I using, and are you using a pop filter or windscreen? I'm using this mic, and as you can see, there's no pop filter or windscreen. I have a fan blowing at me because it's a little bit hot, so if there's a lot of background noise, I apologize. I can never get my audio right, ever. I always have problems with my audio. The biggest security issue is the end users and employees, 100%. Will a lot of jobs train you on the job, or do you need the background knowledge? It's always great to have background knowledge, but it's not required, because you 99% of the time will be trained on the job, and they will train you how they specifically want things done, because every single organization will utilize things different from one another. Even like Active Directory, right? Active Directory, you manage users, you manage different groups, different privileges and things like that, right? But every single company will utilize Active Directory completely different from one another. Meaning you'll have different, group OUs, you'll have a completely different configuration. Maybe even how the groups are set up could be completely different from one another. There's a lot at play at there. So, does Cyber EPQ good enough to find a job, and how many hours do I need to study to pass Security Plus? I don't know what Cyber EPQ is. And how many hours do you need to study the Pass Security Plus? Everybody is different, Jonathan. I can't specifically answer that question for you and give you a really solid answer, because it could take you 2 weeks. It could take you 2 months. Everybody's different. You are welcome, Elijah Wright. Yeah, make sure you guys join the Discord. I would really love to see more people active in the Discord. I definitely lack from participating in the Discord. I apologize for that, but there's people there all the time, more than willing to talk to you guys, answer people's questions. Go join it. Agi888, how do you get your Security Plus or Network Plus certification? You study for them, and then you go on the CompTIA website and register, sign up, and book your exam. And then you go take it, and then you go pass, hopefully. Is this the Blue Yeti Pro mic, or just a Blue Yeti? It is. I believe it's the Blue Yeti Pro. I don't know. I paid like $200 or something for it. It was expensive. Have I suffered from imposter syndrome, and how to deal with it? Everybody suffers from imposter syndrome. And if you don't suffer from imposter syndrome, there's a problem, I feel like. I think everybody kind of feels underwhelmed or just not good enough, right? Everybody feels that. And it's normal. It's completely normal to have imposter syndrome. And again, I feel like it's odd if you don't ever experience that, because as humans kind of go through a process in life of going to job after job, or just finding a job that you're like, wow, this is too good to be true, right? Well, at the end of the day, it's not. Imposter syndrome, it exists, but at the same time, it doesn't exist, because the whole reason that you're in a position that you are is because you earned it. You put in the work to get to where you are. Now, imposter syndrome can ruin your career, essentially, right? Not necessarily a whole career, but it can ruin where you're at because you will constantly feel like you don't belong, right? You'll constantly feel that way. However, that should mean that you try harder. If you feel like you have imposter syndrome and you're not good enough, you should be trying 110% every single day. Put in more work. Do everything that you can to feel better about where you're at. Because if you just keep feeling like I'm not good enough for this, I don't belong here, that mentality will ultimately help you fail because you will start making mistakes. You'll start dropping the ball, and that's not good. So don't do that. You recently applied and failed to get a job for information technology, been struggling to find a job in IT, but you're not giving up. You'll be a great asset to a company when you get a chance. That's a great attitude to have. Keep applying for everything. You can do it. Sometimes things don't work out. Obviously, you know that, but having that mentality that you will get a chance, that you will be a great asset to a company, that's the way you need to go about it, bro. Christian, how do you get AWS, Azure, GCP job in addition to the certs? Well, I mean, you got to get the certs before you get the job most of the time, probably like 90% of the time when it comes to AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud Platform. So get the certifications. Start studying for them. There's a bajillion freaking resources out there to study all of those certifications that you just listed. Jonathan, how can you get an entry level with no experience? You applied for many roles but never been considered from agencies. Tailor your resume and your cover letter specifically to every single job that you apply for. Now look at those job descriptions and requirements that they're asking for and see how you can tailor that resume to fit what they are looking for. Now, with no experience, it's still possible to get an entry-level job, but you have to apply for every single thing that you see. Start building a home lab. Start really utilizing every single resource that you have at home to start learning more about different technologies. Make sure you can document every single thing that you've done in your home lab. Put some of that on a resume, put other stuff on a website that you can link to, that they can go to and visit, where they can see that you have documented proof that you have set up a domain controller, set up virtual machines, and et cetera, the list goes on, right? But you need to have that. That is essential to everybody who is applying for jobs, whether you have experience or don't have experience, but more so, if you don't have experience, start building your own home lab and documenting it, period, the end. That's it. Hit stoner, you have suicidal thoughts and hypertension, migraine, insomnia, and sleeplessness, etc. You're uneducated, illiterate, broke, poor. Bro, I don't even know what you want me to say about that. Just keep pushing forward, man. You got this. You got this. If you want it, you'll get it. Don't let thoughts, feelings, and any of that get too much into your skin. I know that it does every single day because I suffer from depression on a daily basis. And I have to wake up every single day and try to motivate myself to accomplish the things that I want to do. And at the end of the day, I know that there's goals that I want to hit, and I don't want to die before those happen. So I keep pushing forward and trying to achieve what I want out of my life. And I also have kids, so there's a lot on my plate that I can't stop. I can never stop. Is Test Out better for preparing for Network Plus, Security Plus? I mean, Test Out is great. Their simulations are phenomenal. I would recommend Test Out to anybody. I mean, they are definitely in the top 3 for me as far as different platforms that I could recommend. So, but everybody's different, right? Everybody learns differently. Everybody's going to interact with these different platforms differently from one another. What I think works the best for me might not work at all for you. So join every single platform's free trial. That's the best advice I can give for you. Can I make a video on steganography because you have play role for this year's hackers competition? Please help you. That's not something that I specifically focus on or would like to focus on, but I would imagine Hackersploit on YouTube has done stuff on steganography before. If not, you could probably ask him to. That is right up his alley. Jemiah, if you don't understand or like networking, should you give up on getting into IT? No, absolutely. And there's never anything that's saying you have to have networking knowledge. The fundamentals, yes. Now, the fundamentals of networking are fairly easy to learn, but you don't need to be an expert. You don't have to be a networking expert to work in IT. You just should have some fundamentals. So there's that. What do I think about Google's IT certified program? I don't think much of it, and many other organizations don't think much of it either just yet. It's still trying to gain some ground here as being relevant, and I think it's probably going to take time before it really takes a stronghold on being a great certification. Now, is it? I hate saying it's not a great certification because it's a great certification, but it's just not as recognized as the other certifications that are out there yet. If you want to get that certification, that's great, that's fine. Having any type of certification under your belt on your resume is going to be helpful for you. Period. The end. What's a good Active Directory lab? Well, excuse me, you can take your own PC, any PC that you have to your disposal, and you can set up a virtual machine on it utilizing something like VirtualBox, and you can download Windows Server 2019 for free. It's a free trial. It's like 90 days or something, and you can set up Active Directory from that virtual machine. That is a good Active Directory lab, right? Now, from that point, if you're capable, if your computer is capable of this, you could set up multiple virtual machines and run them all at the same time and start adding different computers to the domain, adding different computers and users to Active Directory, and then really start kind of configuring that whole process and learning and understanding more about it. But yes, that's it. You were depressed yourself. One thing that recently helped you was getting out of it, realize it wasn't as strong as I thought. Was what I forgot why I started. Well, yeah. One of the things that I need to do is go start working out again because I'm too fat. I know that will help me very much. So that's all I got. I need to start working out. Nuvalo, you appreciate it, boss. Keep up the good work. You are very welcome. I will try as much as I can. Is OSCP the most hand-on lab cert for cybersecurity? I don't think it's probably up there in the top 5. Top 3, top 2, top 3, top 3, top 4. I don't know. It's up there. I know some of the. I'm not sure how hands-on the SAN certs are. I know those are some of the most difficult ones, but OSCP is definitely up there. People say that the OSCP is harder than the CEH, and the OSCP is cheaper than the CEH. But, whatever. Anyway. That's all I got for you guys in today's live stream. I need to go take care of babies because that's my job today is taking care of babies because my babysitter's sick. If you guys want to catch me in more live streams, make sure you follow me on Twitch. I will link the Twitch in the chat right now. I will also set up daily kind of alerts. Twitch. Oh my gosh. Mute. Sorry. Terrible echo probably and stuff there. But anyway, find me on Twitch. I'll set up daily alerts on YouTube that kind of will let you know that there's an event happening. And then you can follow me there. I'll probably be doing it multiple times per day. I will not be live streaming from YouTube every single day. But yeah, find me on Twitch. Go join the Discord per Allie. Definitely join the Discord. Please join the Discord. Love to see you guys there. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for joining. Have a great, fantastic day. Keep learning. Keep yourself educated and just keep your mind moving forward. Take it easy. Adios.